I thought that now let's just do something different. Let's transcend beyond caste, color, creed, ethnicity, and let's join hands and start meeting global religious heads. And I shared it with the Palestinian also, that why not? Because every religion in the world preaches humanity, preaches brotherhood, and no religion talks about extremism. Zionism, Hindutva, fascism, all these things are which are destroying the earth. And then General Lodi, how he mentioned the kind of weapons that they have and how Hamas is responding. It is a resistance force. I mean, for over 76, 78 years, they are just, silent, peacefully. They just had pebbles in their hands. And they were facing all kinds of atrocities. And these Jewish settlements at the West Banks, the Zionist settlements, I would call them, to be more like exact with my perception of the situation. So I think how one of your respectable speakers talked about the Zionism. I think it's very important that the youth should be doing research on ways of conflict resolution and peace building. And where are the lapses, and are we always going to depend on only just the dynamics of political governments, or just on human rights organizations and just a few reports coming forward and not being challenged under international law or universal jurisdictions, like establishing commission of inquiry? Dr. Waleed you're lucky to have such a dynamic professor. He has not just suffered in Kashmir, he has been in third-degree torture cells over there, and he's also an intellectual. When you have suffered and then you are doing your intellectualism, I think that brings the pain. Also, it emboldens it and it brings it forward with a lot of passion and finesse. And you know how the aggressors play with us, be it the Indians and be it the Israelis. So this nexus became stronger. You can't blame that what Israel did right now. Did the world stand up for the Kashmiris 5th of August? Sadly, nobody did. But karma, or the law of nature, responded with corona, and the whole world was trapped up in their homes. When we were locked up in our homes, when our families were divided, jailed, being slaughtered, starving to death, no communications clamped down, there was a call of nature that came, that's responded to it. But unfortunately, the tragedy is the criminal silence of political world leaders. We have become slaves to geopolitics, geoeconomics, and we forget that geopolitics and geoeconomics is directly linked to global peace and geo-peace and geo-interfaith. And that is one of the reasons I'm going abroad. Also, I'm going to be having meetings very soon with some of the religious heads, be it from the Jewish religion, the Christians, Muslims, Sikhs, and yes, just before this, like now globally, especially the Muslims, we are seeing that the kind of uproar, especially in Jordan and in Turkey, how they were attacking the embassy of Israel, they had to cancel it. The Jordan's king, the meeting with Joe Biden and the president of Palestine also avoided it, because it was the global power of the public coming out, thronging on the roads. And unless and until we don't just become digits, we come out practically, phone is nothing. This is all one-sided. Now the opinions that are coming, sorry to say, about Palestine, most of them are being raised because the media is supporting Israel. So what we need is, we need to go back to, the past, the way it was, public mobilization. Public should come out, public is coming out, public is enraged, and that is also one of the reasons why the Saudis were coming very close to a pact with Israel, and they can't because of the global dynamics. So Israel has been exposed in the global public, especially in the Muslim Ummah, the masses. I'm not talking about the leaders right now. Whatever they say, they condemn it, but practical measures we've hardly seen. Otherwise, we would not be where we are here, where my husband is languishing in a death cell, one-sided, everything is being decided against him. What's happening with the Palestinians? We lost Kilani Sahab. They've raised all our leadership. The Palestinians and the Kashmiris were the most peaceful resistance movements in the world. But at the same time, they are the most dangerous zones for engulfing not just those regions, but the entire world. So we need to study the nuclear, the phosphorus shells are used in Kashmir. There were many pictures that were floated where bodies were mutilated with chemical weapons. Same white phosphorus is being used in Palestine. There are so many similarities. So now the problem is that we are ready to face them. We are directly combating the biggest aggressors. But the problem is the global public. That needs to be engaged. And secondly, religious heads. They need to finally come under the platform of interfaith harmony to resolve these oldest pending conflicts in the world. So we need to extend our ideas, expand them, and we have researchers like Dr. Yasmin, you've done on GS, you've done on gender policy national. We're working with you on with Ms. Amina. She was discussing that with me. So we need scholars, we need intellectuals to brainstorm of, because world order is redefined now. Don't think that this is going to simmer down in a few days or few weeks. This is going to affect the entire globe. So we need to move with it with some new ideas. And I think on the basis of faith, we have World Muslim League. We have Dr. Alisa. I discussed it with him last year as well, that it is my passion that we want to resolve Kashmir issue. Let's do it through interfaith harmony. We have people of various faiths around the world. Let's join hands, because these are crusades of sophisticated times of extremism. And this is the new religion in the world which is ruling the world. And Masjid al-Aqsa, the right of the Muslim, the right of the Palestinians. I mean, we are eroding our entire, and if God forbid it escalates more, don't think anybody in the Western world, Middle East, anywhere, South Asia, Arab world, anywhere, people are safe. So we need to really, really work hard on immediate measures. Is that we demand a humanitarian corridor. I mean, I'm willing to go there to Egypt also for the supplies. I've spoken to the foreign ministry as well. And also to Jordan to meet the government officials of Palestine. I've discussed it with the Palestinian ambassador as well, and he was just telling me that the last time political head visited was, I think, General Ayub Khan. He met his counterpart over there many decades ago. So he said this is going to be a very strong message if the Kashmiris and the Pakistanis, they come forward.